don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today. Go 14.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. This is Carson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They go play action here on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
About finding balance on offense, I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Brees now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Brees now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Brees. Looking long for Thomas. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And at the 20, he jumps over it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
up. But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mark 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brees. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
Check 43.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now Breeze finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Breeze again. He's going to air this thing out deep for 10. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give right side. It's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They run it with Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it. This is Procise. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You've got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Never played man-to-man on him.
Into the end zone, touchdown
Never.
New Orleans.
Never played man-to-man on him.
With his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They start the second half with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
At the 6-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. On it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. Watch the backfield.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Wilson steps away to his left. He'll run it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Tighten up. Pull together.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
53.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson, flushed out right, going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock.